sacrifice for her child. We'll meet that woman's baby girl in a moment. But first, NBC's Janet Shamlian has the emotional story.
It was the happiest news she'd ever had. After being told it wasn't possible, Stacy Krim, at 41, had become pregnant. She could barely contain herself when she broke the news to her brother Ray and his wife Jennifer.
It took her by total surprise. She was petrified and happy, and she was just beside herself with it.
But even as she was getting ready for the baby she would name Dottie Mae, Stacy, suffering crippling headaches, tunnel vision, and tremors, knew something was very wrong.
She'd call me crying. She would say that I'm not going to live long enough to have this baby.
A devastating diagnosis for the single mom-to-be, terminal head and neck cancer, and a heartbreaking decision: treat the cancer with chemotherapy or maintain the pregnancy. It was one or the other. Stacy chose the life of her unborn daughter, Dottie Mae.
She said, you know, if I have to make a decision, you know what that's going to be, don't even ask. She said, I've lived my life.
In August, as Stacy's body was shutting down, doctors performed an emergency C-section. Dottie Mae was born 10 weeks premature, weighing just 2 pounds. She was rushed to a neonatal intensive care unit in a different building before Stacy could even see her.
Just one of those things that you know that you have to do.
Nurses caring for Dottie Mae knew Stacy didn't have much longer to live. Even though both mother and baby were in separate intensive care units and both critical, these women, moms themselves, were insistent Stacy hold her baby. They raced to get the necessary precautions in place, then put Dottie Mae in an incubator and wheeled her over to meet her mother.
Sister just watched, and they laid Dottie on her chest, and Sister had all these gowns and towels and rubber gloves and masks on, and she lifted up her hands under the covers and just held her. And just looked at her and smiled. It was beautiful.
She had never seen her. She'd seen pictures of her, you know. I mean, we'd talk about her, but she hadn't actually, you know, got to hold her. And, you know, that's what every parent dreams of, is holding their baby.
Stacy asked Ray and Jennifer to take care of Dottie Mae before falling into a coma. She died 3 days later.
Your mother would be proud.
Dottie Mae is now home with her new family after the ultimate sacrifice from a mother for her child. For today, Janet Shamlian, NBC News, Houston.
Stacy's brother Ray Phillips and his wife Jennifer are now with us exclusively, along with Stacy's baby girl Dottie Mae. Good morning to both of you, and my condolences on your loss, first of all.
Thank you.
Good morning.
It's an overwhelming story. It is so emotional. If there is one silver lining, it is lying in your lap right there. How is Dottie Mae doing?
She's doing very well. She saw us wake up every 3 hours to eat, but she's doing very well.
We mentioned she was born 10 weeks premature at just 2 pounds. What long-term challenges do the doctors say she faces?
None as of yet.
That's great news.
She is on a...
This is a personal story, obviously, Ray. This is the loss of your sister, and I'm sure it was overwhelming for you. Why did you decide to share the story?
I did it for Dottie Mae. You know, it's not really about us. It's not... my sister was a beautiful woman, and I think Dottie Mae should know it.
This decision that your sister Stacy made, Ray, did she discuss it with you, or was there no discussing it? Was it simply that her mind was made up?
Her mind was made up. It was pretty cut and dry.
Did you agree with the decision?
I told her I'd support her either way, is exactly what I told her.
That moment when Stacy actually got to hold her baby, I believe you were there. Just tell me more about it. What was it like for you to watch?
I felt like it was probably the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen in my life, and immediately afterward I told my wife, I said, I don't think I'll ever see anything that beautiful again.
You are now now caring, both of you, for Dottie Mae. I understand the father is not a part of her life. Did Stacy discuss with you at all how she wanted her daughter raised, things like that?
Yeah, Stacy, she didn't have a dream childhood. She didn't have a bad childhood, but one of the things that she discussed with me was beauty pageants. I hope this little girl grows up beautiful so we can put her in pageants.
And Jennifer, you have, from what I understand, 6 children between you and Ray. 4 of them live at home with you. Are you worried about the challenges of adding another?
You know, I love children. I love being a mom, and I'm excited. I think Dottie will fit right in.
And Ray,
with all the other ones.
And Ray, as Dottie Mae gets a little bit older, what are you going to tell her about her mom?
I don't think I'll have to tell her anything. I think she'll kind of figure it out on her own.
Well, take care of that beautiful little girl, and we thank you very much for sharing her story and your sister's story as well, Ray and Jennifer.
Thank you.
And we're going to be back right after these messages.